Next round going up against Greece. Next will be Turkey and Italy. Well, the Greeks can still steal a place in the next round with a win, but a loss would leave them in jeopardy. They're nervously watching that next game between Turkey and Italy. Should Greece fall and Italy beat Turkey, then all three of those teams would have 2-2 records, and only two would progress with Belarus. So a tiebreaker would then be used to determine the final order of finish, with the first, second, and third place teams moving on. So you see Belarus right now on top, followed by Greece and Turkey, Italy and Poland, who are already eliminated, and they've already played all of their games. Now, if Greece were to fall and Turkey were to win, Greece would definitely progress to that next round. However, they would do so by owning their head-to-head against Italy. But you want to travel into that next round with wins, because that means you start the next group play with points already in the bag. And right now, Greece's victories have come against teams that do not, have not progressed, like Poland, or against an Italian side, for example, that may not progress. Well, as we look at the Greece team and see them introduced here in Oradea, it's a team that, quite frankly, surprised a lot of people. They didn't play on opening day, but the following 2 days, they beat Italy and then Poland to go to 2-0. Yesterday, they came back down to earth against Turkey. Despite leading for much of that game, they slumped to defeat in the end, and that has left them still with a little bit of work to do to get into that next round, because Italy beat Poland, and that gave them a chance to move on into the next round. Italy are 1-2. The Greeks, if there's one thing that has characterized them at this tournament, they seem to be enjoying themselves. I'm really, again, I don't think many people expected them to start 2-0 and to be in such a good position. Even with a loss today, you'd have to say they'd like their chances of moving into the next round, because I'm guessing that most people would say Turkey, certainly, who are higher ranked in the FIBA rankings, would be the favorites against Italy. But you don't want to leave your fate to be controlled by somebody else. Belarus, well, they're an incredible story as well. They've won all of their games so far. They've been one of the top teams. They are a veteran-laden team with key players in all good positions. And they've also added Lindsey Harding this year, who's been a terrific addition at point guard for Anatoly Boyolski and his coaching staff. So Belarus, especially with the play of Katarina Sitsina, are looking formidable at this stage, and who knows, maybe they'll wind up on the podium and also qualify for the Olympics again. So we're playing with the national anthem, starting with Greece. coaches meet and exchange pleasantries, as well as the players at midcourt. For the referees today from Spain, Russia, Cyprus, Carlos Paruga, Semen Ovinov, and Ilias Kuneles. And these guys have worked for 4 days in a row. This is number 5. And they're constantly judged here and evaluated, and some will move on to the next round, some will not. Well, Greece's roster, very interesting. Number 7, Hatzinikolaou, is crucial in that backcourt. Great defender coming off the bench. Kaltsidou, number 9. Well, she really revealed herself to be big time yesterday. Of course, we already knew that. Lolita Lemura, the point guard, number 11, has been contributing. Artemis Spanu has been terrific from start to finish. Maybe not quite the score yet that Greece need, but certainly has been tough. So she starts along with Papamihail, Kaltsidou, Dimitrakou, and Nikolopoulou. So Nikolopoulou gets to start today instead of Lemura at point guard. For Belarus, it's a roster of who's who's. You know all these girls. Anastasia Vermayinka, number 10, Yelena Lashenka, Tatiana Troina, Natalia Trofimova, Katsiliarina Snitsina, all players that have been around for a very long time. And of course, you have to say Liktorovic is a vital member of this team as well. And she's in the starting 5 with Snitsina, Vermayinka, Lashenka, and Harding. Liktorovic scored the game-tying basket the other day to force the overtime against Italy and send that clash into overtime. George Dikalakis, the coach of Greece, he was formerly the assistant in 2009 when they finished 5th and qualified for the World Championship. He then coached Latvia at EuroBasket Women 2011. Got them into the second round. Does a great job of scouting. And now Dikalakis is back as the coach of Greece. Anatoly Buyalsky, well, it's his 3rd stint in charge of Belarus. His famous run, his second famous run, got Belarus to the podium, 3rd place back in Chieti in 2007 in this tournament. That was when Natalia Marchenko made the all-tournament team, and Yelena Lashenka revealed herself to be one of the emerging greats in Europe, and she's gone on to play like one of the great players of European basketball for the past several years. Of course, that Belarus team the following year went to the FIBA Women's Olympic qualifying tournament in Madrid and booked a place in Beijing and played at the Olympics. So they've had their moments in the sun and made it to the quarterfinals as well in Beijing. And they are hoping to win this tournament to qualify for the next Olympics. But if not, if they finish 2nd, 3rd, 4th, or 5th, Belarus would go to the Olympic qualifying tournament, and they could have a chance to take one of those 3 spots for Rio. And the way this team has played so far, I think it's fueled hopes that this might be a team poised to go on a title run. They have been very good, very physical, and clearly experienced both on the bench with the coach and experience on the court, and also some valuable substitutes coming from the bench. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Oradea, Romania. It's the EuroBasket Women 2015, and we are underway here on day 5, Belarus and Greece. Belarus having won all 3 of their games. Greece are 2-1 after yesterday's defeat to Turkey. And Katsiarina Snitsina, who maybe is on her way to all-tournament selection. You never know. She's been terrific. She makes a shot here early for Belarus. And now Likarovic reaches in, comes up with a steal, and Nikolapoulou chases back, and Likarovic misses the layup. So careless play by Dimitrakou, but it doesn't cost Greece. This Greece team cannot afford to fall behind against Belarus. And Kautsidou misses an open jump shot from the corner. We've seen Belarus get on top of teams, and they're just extremely tough to come back against. Likarovic drives in, passes over to Snitsina, 6 on the shot clock, inside to Yelena Lishenka, and she has to go in and is blocked, I think, from behind by Papa Mikhail, and Spanu came in and got the front, so Lishenka couldn't move. But watch what happens from behind. Well, must have been a foul in there somewhere, and Lishenka, as she often does, goes to the free throw line and misses the first. And the second one is good. So early 3-0 lead here for Belarus. Inside to Spanu. And Spanu travels in the paint. Tikalakis saying to look out for the push. So Belarus, minute and a half into the game with the early lead. Snitsina over to Vermayenka, and off the front of the rim. Now Dimitrakou pulls up for the jumper. It's good. Oh, she's just essential for Greece. And she nails the open jump shot. Papa Mikhail battling with Lishenka, and Lindsey Harding goes right around Papa Mikhail. Likarovic on the baseline, and she nails it mid-range. And Nikolapoulou, surprise starter. Over to Kautsidou. Kautsidou, jump shot. And her shots are on line, but just a little long. Interesting that Kautsidou and Lishenka have battled back from serious knee injuries, as well as Snitsina. I think Snitsina's was a knee injury. And Dimitrakou is fouled before she goes up for the shot. So Greece have often been able to get opportunities on the inbounds passes right there, time and time again. It's incredible. I don't know how they do it. Setting screens, and Dimitrakou, she makes the first. See her championship average, and now she's got 4 points. It's the beauty of basketball. You really never know which player is going to step up on any given day. Now Vermayenka, and Dimitrakou with the rebound. Goes behind the back. Now Spanu, that's from the Spanu. Gets in the lane. Hands it off to Papa Mikhail, back outside to Kautsidou. Kautsidou right at the line. This time she hits it. So Greece have taken the lead. Nikolapoulou guarding Harding. Harding hands it off to Lashenka, and she scores with the left hand. Kalsidou, she's just set that one jump shot. And she gets around and shoots over Virmainka. I think Dikalakis is wanting more movement on offense, and so they can stop settling for one-on-one jump shots. And Harding just right down the lane, and that could bring a timeout. Not yet. So Harding has her first basket of the game. And give that assist to Lashenka. And that's why she is a terrific passing center. Dimitrakou has her shot blocked by Liktorovic, and the referee saw a foul. And she goes to the line. So Dimitrakou has been an offensive weapon for Greece here in the early going. Talk about experience in the Belarus team. This Greece team has a lot of experience. Papamichail, Kalsidou, Dimitrakou were all members, as well as Lamura, all members of that team back in 2009 that got the 5th place. The team that was led by Vina Maltzi. And Popova, she hits a 3-pointer. She is probably, she's come in now for Lashenka. She's probably the biggest surprise package in this Belarus team. She has come out and been tremendous. Dimitrakou drives right at Popova. Boy, she has come out firing today. 8 points for Dimitrakou. 8 of Greece's 10 points. Now Harding gets inside, puts it up, and has it blocked by Papamichail. Spanu over to Kalsidou, who goes baseline, and Kalsidou puts it up, misses the layup. And she just didn't pull the string on it. That's a shot she needs to make. Harding. Sitsina puts it up, and Spanu with the rebound. A little bit more room to maneuver in there without Lashenka. Nikolapoulou puts it up from the top of the key. And she was left of the rim. She was not on line. Quick pass from Virmainka to Snitsina. She missed it. Ball goes out of bounds and goes over to, or remains with Belarus. Now, Lolita Lamura, normally the starting point guard, has now replaced Nikolapoulou in the starting lineup. You just wonder, is that because she's a better matchup, Nikolapoulou against Harding, or is that because Dikalakis is trying to confuse Belarus a little bit, who probably have prepared for Lamura being in the starting lineup? Now Virmainka leaves the game and is replaced by Lashenka. Liktorovic, good. That's a 3-pointer. Artemis Spanu, and nothing called, so it goes back over to Belarus with coming up on the 3-minute mark here. Now Lashenka inside, passes over to Popova, And Popova puts it up off the glass and in, and Belarus have put a little distance between themselves and the Greeks here. They have reeled off 5 unanswered points. And Dikalakis has called a timeout. That basket there capping that little run. See what the coach has to say.
Υπόλοιπες προσέχετε το κόψιμο. Συμφωνεί. Δεύτερο. Παίζουμε 5. Εντάξει. Δεν έχει πολύ περιθώριο 3 ώρες. Εντάξει, σιγά την παίχτε. Γυρνάς. Беларусь.
So back to live action. Greece trailing 17-10 against unbeaten Belarus. And it goes to Kaltsidou. And Dimitrakou was short. Zhuskov is in the game for Harding at point guard. And Dimitrakou called for a foul. That is number 2 on Greece. Watch what happens. Ooh, not sure I understand what the call is. And Lashenka goes up. Limura, good! Inspired substitution. Lolita Limura comes in and buries a 3. So the 3-point shot, important for the Greeks, and Dimitrakou has just fallen down injured. She's gonna have to come out. She's been popped in the face. She's holding her face, you can see it. And hopefully she's okay. I didn't see the contact. Stisina for 3. Now Dimitrakou brings it across midcourt. Kaltsidou comes up top. Lomura. Spanu, and she was short. And a foul has been called, it appears, on Zhuskova. So trying to box out. So well spotted by the referee there. Now Spanu with 1:09 remaining. She's got to watch the 3-second call. And she puts it up and in. So good play, good patience. Harding back in over to Popova. And Dimitrakou with the rebound. And Dimitrakou drives down the lane and draws the foul. Well, if she took the shot to the face, it is a bit red. She's been able to play with a little bit of pain or discomfort and get to the free throw line. We've got a timeout on the floor. A nice answer by Greece. They were down 17-10. They called a timeout. They've got to within 2. And also Dimitrakou is at the free throw line.
Вот здесь она делает 3 удара на месте. Здесь уже надо вдвоем
Popova with 5
атаковать.
points leading the way
Здесь
for
должен
Belarus.
быть дабл внутри, потому
And
что она
Lushenko, look at
находится
that.
в 3-секундной зоне.
3
И она
rebounds,
простояла в эту
2
сторону,
assists.
в
You know
эту
she's going to be
сторону.
double-digit
Еще в эту, и
scoring,
вот здесь уже
so
должен был стоять
she just
человек.
does a little bit of everything. Dimitrakou, meanwhile, is really come out firing today for Greece. She's got 8 of their 15 points. And Spanu as well is doing a good job in terms of the rebounding and the playmaking or the assists.
Τις μακρινές φάσεις δεν τις έχουνε. Έχουνε μόνο τις κοντινές. Εντάξει. Οκ.
Dimitrakou misses the first. Hatziniklau has come into the game. So second one is good. Now Harding, a little bit of full court pressure for Harding. Don't think she was expecting that. Now Lemura on her, 14 on the shot clock. Harding tries to get some movement here, get players into position, and it goes. Lushenko passes back outside to Troina, who's come into the game. One on the shot clock, had to put up a brick. Bring out the brick mason. Now, final 5 seconds of the first quarter. Lemura goes to work against Ziuskova, and she's able to get the shot off. I'm not sure who Dikolakis is mad at for not moving into position. But 17-16 is the lead for Belarus at the end of one. So you can see the stats. 41% shooting for Belarus inside the arc. Sorry, that was so fast I didn't see it. Now, Greece slightly edging the rebounds, 10-9. Greece, meanwhile, shooting 36% inside the arc, 25% beyond it. And from a turnover standpoint, not really a sloppy game. Belarus not really applying that much pressure defensively. So from a inside the arc standpoint for Greece, they're 4 of 11, shooting 36%, and they've got the 1 3-pointer. I thought Dimitrakou had a 3 earlier on, but she must have had a foot on the line. So Greece inbound the ball here to start the second quarter. Remember, they want to win to punch their ticket to the next round. And the pass just ahead of Hatziniklau. It's a good play by Greece. Just couldn't pull it off. Should the Greeks lose and Italy win, then you would have 3 teams with 2-2 records. If Italy were to beat Turkey, they would have a 2-2 mark. Italy would have a 2-2 mark, and Greece, if Greece were to lose this game. But they're looking pretty tough right now. Dimitrakou for three. That's good. Well, there's the three-pointer. Now Greece have gone on top 19-17. Lushenko was asking for the ball to be passed inside to her over Papamihail. Now Snitsina puts up a three. Good. Well, that's big time, right late in the shot clock, and Snitsina just steps up and nails it. Belarus back on top by one. That's a Nicolau. Passes to Spanu, and Spanu puts up a crazy shot. That's a Nicolau had a shot, but she was thinking that Spanu was going to possibly be able to get a layup. And Snitsina fell down there, was able to get rid of the ball. Over to Harding. Now Vermainka puts up a three. That's short. And the long rebound out to Hatzinikolaou. Offensive foul called against Greece. So Spanu setting a screen picks up the foul. Watch her. Yep, good call. Kind of moved right into her. And Lushenko fouled by Lemura. So the second team foul rather on Greece after Spanu's. It's not a bad foul to give away if you're Greece, because she was in good position, but then they fall asleep and live to tell the tale. Lushenko missed the shot that was close to the basket. Lemura goes right down the lane and scores with the left hand. Greece have gone back in front. Snitsina passes over to Harding. Harding drives in. What a classy move from Lindsay Harding. Lushenko trying to defend against Papamihail. Lemura thought about the three. 5 on the shot clock. Hatzinikolaou goes to work. Gets it to Dimitrakou, but she doesn't get it off in time. Good effort by Dimitrakou, but she got rid of it just a little too late. And how she made that shot. She was being closely defended. Oh, what a pass from Vermainka to Liktorovic. Seven points now for Liktorovic. Kosma, or no, Kaltsidu. So a foul was called. You see the shooting percentages for both teams there. 43% for Belarus, 38% for Greece. Foul was called on Kaltsidou for driving. She's not had any joy in that part of the court the last couple of days. 3 team fouls now on Greece, none on Belarus. Harding pulls up for the jumper and unlucky. Now Limura. Hatzinikolaou back out. She was fouled by Popova. Here's Popova. Yep, good call. She was moving into her. That's she tends to be kind of a foul magnet. That's an aspect of her game defensively. She's got to learn how to play better defense, I think, Popova, to be an elite player. She certainly has the potential. She's got some good moves offensively. So Trofimova picks up her first foul. And Sotillo has come into the game. Papamahio. Bounce pass to Spanu. Good steal by Liktorovic. And Belarus looking to extend their 3-point advantage. Now Virmainka turns and draws the foul from Kaltsidou. I think they called it with the body. She came from under her. Virmainka misses the first. So 4 fouls on Greece here in the quarter. And that means Belarus will be going to the free throw line every time they get fouled. They're in the bonus. That's 2 rebounds for Virmainka. And she makes that free throw. So 4-point lead for Belarus. So kicking the ball keeps the ball in Greece's possession with 14 on the shot clock midway through this second quarter. Papamahio. Gets it to Spanu. And again, her pass knocked away. Here comes Liktorovic. Kosma's going to come into the game. Now Harding and her pass. She thought Liktorovic was going to the corner. Liktorovic was popping out. Spanu comes out of the game, and Aphrodite Kosma comes into the contest. Also Lushenka back in. So it's Lushenka, Popova, Harding, Snitsina, and Liktorovic. Hatzinikolaou puts it up and couldn't get it to go down. Now Belarus. Harding. Now Lushenka double teamed. Popova into the lane. And a foul called on Greece. So 2 shots coming for Popova. We're going to have a timeout called by Greece. Here's another look. Yep, and the foul was on Kosma. She was trying to play defense. 25-21, Belarus on top.
2, 3, 4. Άμα είσαι μόνο στο στάρι, εντάξει, τι περιμένουμε, να βγάλουμε καλύτερη
12
φάση
points
από
for
αυτή.
Dimitrakou.
Δεν υπάρχει. Λοιπόν, θα το ξαναπώ όπως τώρα. Screen, όλα τα pick and roll όταν ερχόμαστε. Screen, στην πλάτη.
Именно вот так где-то.
Rebounds for
Вот
Limura.
такой вот. Вот отсюда где-то сверху,
And
сюда, и тогда заполняется
Mitrovic
пас,
has
сюда, или
7
пас
points.
сюда. Но там, смотрите, ей уже трудно очень атаковать, потому что там 3. Она
Right.
должна найти
Limura
вот
has
здесь
5
на
points.
сильной стороне, должна
Not 5 rebounds. So Popova at the line, and she makes the first free throw to stretch the lead back to 5 points for Belarus, who, remember, are 3-0. She's got 6 points, 2 rebounds and assists. They're 3-0 already into the next round, whereas Greece need to win to be assured of getting into the next round. Popova's second free throw good as well. Sotoru has been quiet, number 12 of Greece. Limura, Kosma, and Kosma puts up a shot off the back of the rim. Dimitrakou getting an earful from Dikalakis. She didn't run the right offensive play. See, Belarus 1 of 12. Excuse me, 1 offensive rebound. Oh, there's Lashenka. 5 points for her. Kosma. Lead now 8 points. Greece in a bit of a dry spell here. They haven't scored since the 7:33 mark in the quarter. Kosma comes out. Spanu comes back in. Soti Ryu is going to inbound it. And traveling is the call on Kaltsidou. So 8 Greek turnovers now, just 3 for Belarus, and Greece in a little bit of trouble. Sitting back in his zone.
She's not allowed to raise her arms.
She can protect herself.
But she just can't push off.
She can't push out.
Okay.
What play were you looking at?
Yeah,
Right
Dimitrakou, the Greek. Yeah,
Oh,
Dimitrakou. I think it was Dimitrakou.
right now?
First quarter. No,
What happened in that play? Why did she go down?
Oh no, I didn't see her once she went down.
Oh.
They,
Yeah.
I think it was before that. No, she came out. I think she was trying to help out. But she was in
I
position
thought
late.
that was a light call. I didn't think that was a
Yeah.
light call.
Yeah.
Right now we're nine from Greece. Came in on Lukashenko too hard.
Okay.
And a little bit out of position to see it.
Okay.
He came in too hard. I didn't like the call on the what's his name?
Which one? Dimitrakou. Yeah. Dimitrakou. Yeah, but that's pretty much accepted. It's okay? It's okay? Okay.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've had a power outage, and we're going to have a moment here to get things up and running again. That's what's happened. I don't know if it's just the lights that have gone out or if all of the power, because certainly it seemed like we had also lost the TV signal. It was some type of power. Anyway, after it happened immediately, I could see, as you know, your lights, as your eyes get adjusted to the lighting across the court, you could see the players. Some of them were laughing because they were stunned. This type of thing has probably never happened to them before. And so, as a reminder, we're in Oradea, Romania, in the EuroBasket women game between Belarus and Greece, and we've had a power outage of some sort, and Belarus are leading 29-21. And Zoe Dimitrakou has 12 points for Greece, 7 points for Popova and Liktorovic, 7 each. And Belarus already in the next round. Greece need to win to be assured of getting into the next round. And we were getting, I'm thinking, about 2.5 minutes or so from the end of the first half when all of a sudden the lights just went out, and here we are. The referees are at midcourt talking, wondering what's going to happen. I suppose in a way this is an argument to have just in case: glowing rims and a ball that glows, and glowing uniforms. And if you had that, you'd be able to go out and play. I know they make glowing frisbees. So I'm going to try to get on top and get some people talking here, see if I can get some light shed on the situation, so to speak. And Belarus's players are going to put on the glowing uniforms, it appears right now, and go out and play some basketball. And Greece, meanwhile, they were in a spot of bother, and it always makes you wonder who this might benefit more if the lights go out. I'm not suggesting conspiracies at work here, but you never know. 2:57 remain and 17 seconds on the shot clock. So the lights are expected to be back on in 10 minutes. So what's happened is there's a big storm nearby, and it's impacted the electrics. So I thought that was cheering, and I thought something else, but in fact it must have been thunder. So I'm hearing that the entire neighborhood has been left without power here in Oradea, which I might add is a lovely city, and I would advise anybody to come here. It's been a fantastic several days in Romania. And I'm also getting some more information here. So Boyovsky is over there talking to Dikalakis, and I could have sworn I just overheard him say, "That was a great play that you called just a minute ago." So Dikalakis is sitting down, and Boyovsky is out there. I hope nobody gets hit with one of these balls. Basically right now, at the EuroBasket women, we're on day 5. We're in day 5, and in Group B here, Poland have come out, and after nearly upsetting Turkey on opening day, they lost 57-54. They went on to lose 3 more games and crash out of the tournament. They are gone. Now, in fact, I'm hearing now that the entire city is without power. So let's hope, well, maybe we have to move this game outside. You never know. But Poland are already out. Belarus, meanwhile, having won by the skin of their teeth on opening night against Italy with a last-second shot from Likorovic forcing the overtime. They then won in overtime, and they followed that up with 2 more victories, and that has left them with 3 wins and with a spot in the next round. Now, what's interesting is Turkey, after winning their first game against Poland, without Nevri Yilmaz, by the way, who was ill, they came out and had the day off the following day. Now, it was you would think would be a good chance to recharge the batteries, take the day off, but then they came out on the next day and played Belarus, and in a classic, the lights are coming on as you can see, in a classic showdown, Turkey lost to Belarus. And Belarus had the day off yesterday. They came and watched the games to scout Greece. And Greece, meanwhile, they didn't play the first day, so they were rested. They got to take on an emotionally drained Italy on day 2. And despite trailing 18-2 at the start of the game, they came back and won that game impressively. And then Greece followed that up on day 3 with a victory against Poland. So those 2 wins for Greece have put them in a strong position. However, Greece then last night came out, and despite playing Turkey extremely tough for 40 minutes, they lost that game. So that was their first defeat. They're 2-1, and they need to win to be assured of getting in the next round, because if they lose and Italy win the next game against Turkey, Greece, Turkey, and Italy will all have 2 wins and 2 losses, and then it comes down to goal differential in the games between those 3 teams, and 2 of those 3 teams would advance. If Greece were to win this game and Turkey were to win the next game, they would go through. If Greece were to win this game and Turkey were to lose, then Italy would go through on the head-to-head with Turkey. So it's one of the fascinating things about tournament play is you have so many scenarios that can unfold, and every basket counts. So even though you might be losing a game, sometimes you'll see a team, instead of continuing to play fast basketball, they'll try to manage the margin of defeat, because they know that they could end up getting into a 3-way tie or some type of tie-breaking situation with that other team. So it's getting a little bit brighter here, and Greece are warming up, Belarus are warming up, and it's fascinating, and this will be a question that we'll ask in the press conference later on after the game, is how this impacted the team, how it impacted the game. And maybe, now here's something, this is something to consider, and maybe this should be a rule, or maybe those national teams that want to leave nothing to chance should, in their preparations, have at least one practice game, or at least a practice where they're practicing at full bore and then the lights go out for like 10 minutes. And that way, at least they've experienced it once in the preparations and the eventuality that it happens. Of course, I'm joking on that one. I don't think that's a good idea. However, some teams will practice in empty stadiums, for example, that have loud blaring noise, just to get used to the noise level. So I guess it's not really out of the realm of possibility. It's good to get used to it. Anastasia Veremayenko, I don't know if you are aware of her story, but she is one of the class acts, one of the great players in European basketball. She took last year off from the game when she had a baby, and she's only been playing for a couple of months now. She's here with Belarus, wears number 10, Anastasia Veremayenko, and she was really showing signs of coming to life against Turkey, and then she caught a blow to the face, and it kind of set her back a little bit. She hasn't really been quite as influential today, but clearly Belarus have a good veteran-laden team. Troyana, number 13, and they're a team to be watched for the rest of this tournament. It could be that their fortunes will rely on Veremayenko, how good she can become as the tournament goes on, because as you get deeper in the tournament, obviously the competition should get better, and they will need everything at their disposal if they're going to try to get to the podium. For Greece, I think overall, you know, you would have to be impressed with their overall performance at this tournament. Certainly expectations on the outside were not high. And some of the polls have hung around to check out the action, including Scobell, who was sitting there on the left, and she had some good play this time, this tournament. She shot the ball pretty well. 29-21 with 2:57 remaining, 17 seconds on the shot clock. So Greece will play in the next phase. If they get in there, they will be a dangerous team if they can advance. Some of these players have been in the wars before, and they know what it's all about. Remember, they made it to the 2010 FIBA World Championship. And Belarus, of course, they were at that 2010 FIBA Women's World Championship and got to the semifinals. A lot of these players, and you might remember, they had the Czech Republic on the ropes, and then that game went to overtime, and they ended up finishing 4th. So they were a tad unfortunate at that competition, and that was a competition where Lashenka made the all-tournament team. Looking over at the players, see Fasula there, number 14. You might remember her father for Greece. She hasn't played yet in this tournament, but certainly a player to keep an eye on in the future. Fasula, number 14 for Greece. Her father is Panayotis Fasoulas, and he played on one of the most famous teams ever in European basketball, the Greece men's national team that won the European Championship in 1987. That beat Yugoslavia in the semifinals, and then the Soviet Union in the final. So as the fans get ready for the resumption of the play here, with seven minutes already played, I just saw Bujovski trying to get his players fired up and ready and focused and concentrated, because that would be the one thing that you would worry about the most, is how this break would impact your concentration on the game. And as you know, in basketball, you can put points on the board very quickly here, and a couple of mistakes could be very costly for either team. So they have to be ready to go once the game resumes. So 29-21, Greece have hit a couple of three-pointers. Belarus are 3 of 8. Greece are 2 of 6 from the arc. Belarus also getting some good powerful play in the low post there. 8 of 17 inside the arc. Greece are 5 of 15. I suppose if you're Greece, if there's something that you're concerned about at this stage, maybe the turnovers. You've got 8 turnovers, and your defense has only forced Belarus to turn the ball over 3 times. Although the way that Belarus like to play games, very controlled, and they've also got a good point guard in Harding. Maybe that's not that surprising. In fact, she has one of the turnovers, and really it looked like it wasn't her fault. Likorovic was supposed to go into the corner to receive a pass, and she cut the other way. So Belarus are one of the reasons why they're such a tough team to play, is because they take care of the basketball. So 2:57 remaining. As a reminder, it's the EuroBasket Women, Group B, and in this game, the unusual occurrence of a power outage throughout the city of Oradea led to the lights going off here and the power being cut, and now we've resumed the action. So Belarus with an 8-point lead over Greece, and 9 on the shot clock. And Papa Mihail knocks the ball out of bounds. Snitsina inbounds it to Lashenka. Nice
spin move, and we talk about Greece getting that shot against some players, and this time Greece have given away an easy one. We'll have to say that's the first time in my career I've had a power outage like that. Let's hope it doesn't happen again. You saw the number there, the 18-6. Kaltsidou with Greece trailing by 10. Gets it over to Spanu. Goes baseline, puts it up, and nice running shot floater there from Spanu. I thought Kaltsidou may have taken the shot. Spanu has 4 points, 2 of 4 from the floor. Oh, Vermeenka, nice touch pass. And Greece right now look out of it defensively. They are, of course, credit the Belarusian passing game. And now the ball has gone off of Papamichail. And Dikolakis looks on from the bench as if to say, come on, what are we doing? So with 1:53 remaining, Belarus appear to be coming out of this break a little bit better. Turnovers 9 for Greece, 3 for, and that's where Papamichail has to do a better job to get the rebound. Just cost him a basket. Setsina with 7 points now, and Belarus's lead has grown to 12. Kaltsidou over to Lemura. And Kaltsidou's pass goes off of Spanu. Dikolakis saying, shoot the ball, Stella. Well, Greece needs some damage limitation right now. It was 8 points when the light went out, the margin, the lead. And right now, it's 12, and it's grown to 15. This game has turned decidedly in the favor of Belarus. .40% from three-point range for Belarus. They're shooting. Lemura gets inside, passes back out to Hatzinikolaou, and Hatzinikolaou puts it up, and Viktorovic gets the rebound. Greece have scored 1 basket since the 2:57 mark. Saw the stat there for Belarus. I mean, everything is going in their favor right now. Viktorovic, another 3, good! And this game has gotten out of hand. Belarus now 41-23, 18-point advantage. And Greece are going to have to do something special here to get back into this thing. Final 8 seconds. They need something to happen here at the end, and they had a foul to burn, so Viktorovic picks up the foul. The next foul will put Greece at the free throw line. So Lashenka is guarding the inbounds pass. Spanu gets it. Goes right at Vermeenka and puts up a tough shot. So I don't like using the word disasters in sports, because disaster in sports really is not really disaster, it's just poor. But I'll tell you, it's been pretty catastrophic for Greece. That last 2:57, they trail 41-23. Belarus in command. Belarus shooting 55% inside the arc, 45% beyond it. And Greece 6 of 18 inside the arc. Belarus out rebounding the Greeks, 14 more assists. That tells a story right there, the assist total. I mean, the Belarusians passed the ball, and also the 10 turnovers for Greece have been costly. So 41-23, Belarus in command. Angelo, this hasn't refreshed. Is that because yours hasn't refreshed? Is yours refreshed at all? Or do I need to reboot it maybe?
Oh yeah, so after power failure, yeah.
How much time did it take to your equipment to go back from such a situation?
I mean, normally there shouldn't be this situation because we should be on backup power because even OB1 does not have a
Yeah, but
Well, everybody, welcome back to the arena. It's 41-23, Belarus on top of Greece. Belarus have been better in this game, no question about it. And boy, were they ever better in the last 2 minutes and 57 seconds after a power outage in the city. Cut the power here in the arena in Oradea. The teams, about a 15-minute delay, returned to the court with the lights back on. And Belarus were up 8 at that point, and they ended up outscoring Greece 10-2. So they have streaked ahead into a big lead. So they're in command here going into the second half. There's still a long way to go, and if you've ever watched Greece play, you know that strange things can happen. I mean, they could always, any team could put together a run and come back. I think it's going to be extremely difficult against Belarus, but Greece have got some three-point shooters, and they're going to have to, more important than anything, play some defense and rebound. Now there's some of the Italians, members of the Italian coaching staff. Italy will play against Turkey next. If Italy win that game, we'll have a three-way tie for the second and third place, and it'll all go down to goal differential. And my understanding is that Greece definitely do not want Italy to win for that situation. If Italy lose to Turkey, obviously Turkey and Greece will advance with Belarus into that next round. Yelena Lushenko, who knows, maybe looking at the MVP of the EuroBasket women down the road. She's certainly going to collect votes for the all-tournament team. 41-23. Belarus on top, and there you see the quarter-by-quarter scoring. That 24-7 frame there in the second has been costly for this Greek team. It's given them a huge hole to dig out of. So Belarus starting proceedings. Now Sotirio guards Vermayinka, and Vermayinka drives in and puts it up off the glass. It's their biggest lead of the game, 20 points. Dimitrakou turns to a right, and the rebound by Snitsina. Viktorovic over to Vermayinka, and a Greek player has gone down. Sotirio holding her head, and another three-pointer has fallen. Now Dikolakis is looking at the referees if to say, why aren't you calling elbows? Vermayinka now has 6 points, and the lead is 23 points. Boy, I have to say, I'm not sure I've ever seen a game get out of hand quite as quickly as this one did after the power outage. And if anything, it shows the strength, the toughness. There you see the foul called on Snitsina. The concentration of Belarus, they are just tough in every respect. Spanu hits, I'm not sure she left her feet. I don't know if that qualifies as a jump shot. She's got 6 points. And good defense from Spanu. And the ball's going to be out of bounds. George Dikolakis, and you can see why perhaps that was a tough call. Sometimes you wonder when you're down 21 points. I mean, the referees have to call every play they see, so that's not the point, but things seem to spiral sometimes when you get behind. Now Trofimov is in the game. Greece trying to pick up the D. Gotsi has come into the game, number 4, to bring some D. And Tanya Harding puts up a jumper right at the buzzer. Dikolakis is really trying to have a word with the referee. Trying to get some calls his way. Who can blame him? His team's down 23. Gotsi.
And beautiful pass inside to Spanu. And Spanu has the shot blocked by Vermainka. Viktorovic. Viktorovic gets inside, puts it up and in. Viktorovic and Belarus in command right now, folks. And you know that block by Vermainka, that's that one aspect of her game that just makes her awfully tough. Belarus 50, Greece 25.
Она Настю не обыграет, она продавливает. Единственное, что если она спиной получит мяч внутри трехсекундной зоны, тогда можно сделать.
Δείξτε λίγο τύπερα η Λουτσάνκα σας κάνει φάουλ.
Dimitrakou has got the 12 points still to lead Greece, but really the only stat that matters right now is up on the scoreboard. It says 50 for Belarus, 25 for Greece. 15 points for Viktorovic. We've seen a couple of times in this tournament now the mental toughness. There's some of the referees watching the action. Some of the plays, some of the sequences for Belarus, their mental toughness. Okay, they were superior in overtime against Italy. You know, Italy cracked. Belarus did not. And now Belarus have held it together after that lengthy spell where the teams weren't playing. So this is a team that is not to be messed around with. Dimitrakou drives in, puts it up, and misses the layup. Trafimava, Vermainka open, it's good. And a foul was called down low against Lushenka, I believe. Yes, no, Vermainka. No, Vermainka got the 8 points. I think the foul was on. I think the foul was on Lushenka. Yes, it was. That was her first foul. Now, Kaltsidou out to Sotiriou. And from the corner, Götze. Götze looks like a good little player there. He hasn't played until this point. An offensive foul. Well, one referee was signaling this way. The Cypriot referee was signaling this way, and the other referee called it to go for Belarus. And then Buyalski, the Belarusian referee, went up and had a word with the Cypriot referee. Viktorovic hits a three-pointer. 55-25. Well, to be honest, it's I haven't seen such a blowout in this competition here in Group B so far. So this is the first time a team has really started to lower the boom on an opponent. I suppose you could say that Belarus pounded away at Poland, but not quite so decisively as this. 24-2 run since 2:20 in the second quarter. And Lushenka misses. Kosma. And what's interesting now is what does Buyalski do in terms of keeping his team sharp? He might be tempted to sit everybody down for a while. Götze puts up a three off the rim. Viktorovic in the corner. Viktorovic from long range. And Götze gets the rebound, gets it out to Dimitraku. And back it goes to Harding. And Popova hits a three-pointer. Well, some people wondered if Belarus would be up for this game, having already clinched their place in the next round, and I think we've all got our answer right now. Kautsidu puts up a three. Trofimova. Popova. Trofimova. Kautsidu gets the rebound. And up ahead, and Sotiru makes the layup on the fast break to kind of stop the rot. Now it goes to Popova, and Popova hits the three-pointer. My only advice for Belarus in this situation would be don't use up all your good shots in this game. You might want to save some for the next ones. They are looking so good. And Dimitraku makes the layup. Right now, Greece need to start playing well. They want to get back into the flow where they were playing well, where they were playing their kind of game. Just forget the score right now and start playing hard and well, and I'm sure that's what Coach Nikolakis is telling him. 2-3 zone. Look at the passing into Popova. And Sotiru picks up the foul. No, Kozma. I think Kozma picks up the foul. So Hatzinikolaou and Papamahao come in for Kozma and Dimitraku. "13 points, 2 rebounds, now 14 points. And you're talking about a player that's coming off the bench. She is tough. I'm not sure she moves her feet brilliantly on defense, but she gets in there and rebounds. She brings some offense to the table. Belarus shooting 75% at the line. Greece are 5 of 6. Götze. And Papamahao wasn't ready to catch that ball. So 63-29. 12 turnovers for Greece. Troina. Troina puts it up for 3. It's good. So 10 of 18 from three-point range. Belarus. Kautsidu. 66-29. Kautsidu. And hits the jumper. .139 remaining. I remember Belarus. You remember last year at the World Championship in Turkey, they were taking on China. The foul on Hatzinikolaou. They were taking on China and had a huge lead going into the fourth quarter and lost. And that was a bitterly disappointing result for that Belarus national team. Of course, Bujalski was not coaching the team. But nevertheless, that team did not have Jeremiah Yinker or Lindsey Harding. But it was here's Popova, another 3 attempt, no good, triggers a fast break. But it just goes to show how far they've come. You know, they had a disappointment last year, and here they are going after a 4th consecutive win. And right now, I think you have to say they are now officially one of the favorites to get to the title, if not the favorite. Hatzinikolaou spins, puts it up, and gets it to go down. Good shot by Hatzinikolaou, 66-33. Ziuskova passes to Troina. And just checking into the game there, number 7 for Belarus, and she turns it over. Hatzinikolaou quickly looks at Götze, gets it to her, and Götze doesn't take her time. Should have scored there. Ritsikava is number 7 for Belarus. She hustled back on defense. Papamihail picks up the foul. And she was holding Lashenka. Lashenka's just has too many inches and too much power in there for Papamihail to be able to control. So you have to get somebody in there to help out Papamihail in that situation. And Papamihail really needs to front her and not get behind her. So 2 missed free throws for Lashenka. Another chance here at the end of the third quarter for Greece to get a little bit closer. Hatzinikolaou, 5 on the shot clock. Fouled by Troina. That's only the 3rd team foul. And with 5.2 seconds remaining, I think Greece can probably expect one more. Kautsidu puts up the short jumper and makes it. So 66-35, sign of potent of things to come possibly for Greece. They've got a mountain to climb here. I think Bujalski wanted another foul, and he was arguing at his team, we've got to get the foul. They still had one to give. As it is, they still lead it 66-35. So look at the shooting, 15 of 29 for Belarus, 10 of 18 from long range, and they're bossing the boards, 21 assists and also 12 turnovers, although not that many. It's not really reflected in the scoreline here. They're just not really stopping Belarus.
Давай, только не расслабляйтесь. Не расслабляйтесь, все четко играть. Если зона будет, особенно зону, вы выводите свободную игру. И не торопитесь на обвод выходить сразу.
66-35. Belarus on top of Greece here. The final quarter of this Group B game. This will be the last game in Group B that both of these teams will play. That's a Nicolau. Tries to get the shot off. Also checking in for Greece, first look at Kristanaki, number 8. And Tanya Harding plays deny defense. Papamahile says throw it up high. And shot from the baseline, no good. Now Harding with the ball, so they may be leading by 66-35, but Belarus haven't called off the dogs yet. They're up 31, and they've got everybody but Lashenka in there from the starters, and along with Popova. Snitsina. Snitsina from the corner. Dimitrakou for Greece. She had a great start to the game, and it looked like she was going to have a big one. And she's still stuck on 12 points. No, she's got 14 points. She had 12 at halftime. Greece in a 2-3 zone. Kristanaki up top. Popova from the top. She's an offensive machine. Popova. She has got 18 points. Wow. Well, she played at the World Championship last year, so she's a big part of this setup. No question about it. Dimitrakou gets the ball back. Ball goes through the hands of Papamahile. And Papamahile ends up with it, puts up a jumper, and no good. And you know, the celebratory scenes that we saw from Greece after their second win against Poland, you know, it's going to be interesting to see what the reaction is after this game if they end up losing by such a heavy margin, and how it might affect them moving forward. Snitsina with 4 on the shot clock, and Soteriou with the rebound. And the foul was on Popova. You almost get the feeling, I mean, obviously against the better teams for Greece, they just have they don't have much room for error. They have to come out and execute on both ends of the floor. They need to keep the score down. They need to rebound. They need to, you know, can't have mistakes. They can't have lapses defensively like they had late in the second quarter. Soteriou has it with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Lashenka back out there. And that's Nicolau, has it batted out of her hands by Harding. Haven't seen Kristanaki attempt a shot yet, number 8. That's Nicolau guarding Harding. Harding gets free, flies in, and Lashenka grabs the rebound. And Liktorovic over to Lashenka, gets it off just in time, and with that, she's got another double-double. She's got 11 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists. MVP is what I hear so far from Yelena Lashenka. Maybe this will be her year to get it. Who knows? Timeout on the floor. Belarus on top 71-35.
Όταν προσπαθεί να κόψει η Λεουτσάκα, δεν μπορεί να αφήνει να κόβει μέσα και μετά να παίρνει την μπάλα. Το κορμί σας πάντα κάθετα, έτσι. Και αν επιμείνει θα πάρετε επιθετικό φάουλ. Χωρίς πονηριά δεν μπορείτε να παίξετε.
Нет, мы играем против личных. Там получается, как только она сюда выходит, ты сразу разворачиваешься, и мы играем пик-н-ролл. Или ты можешь играть пик-н-поп с ней. Вот здесь поставил заслон, можешь сюда пик-н-поп. Можешь пик-н-ролл играть. Беларусь.
71-35, Belarus on top of Greece. And as we come back to Oradea, just as a reminder, late in the second quarter, it was a tight game. Look at that double-double. That's what I was talking about, 11 points, 10 rebounds. Late in the second quarter, the game was tight. Belarus, well, they were up by 8, and the power went out. We lost the lights. We lost everything. And about 15 minutes later, the game restarted, and Belarus just went on a tear and took command by halftime, and then they came out in the third quarter and just really piled on the misery. So clearly that was a key moment in the game. Belarus were able to pick up where they left off. If anything, they played even better after the power outage. Foul called against Papamihail. Watch this. Can't really stop Lashenka. And Zioskova drives in. Lashenka was even boxed out there, and she was still going for that rebound. Dimitraku, and fouled by Snitsina. Now 4 fouls on Snitsina. Yeah, that was a foul. Wonder why Katerina committed that foul like that. And Bujalski's telling her to play with a little bit more composure. Dimitraku, meanwhile, has come out of the game. Looking at the wry smile on the face of Snitsina, she doesn't seem too bothered by it. Nikolapoulou is into the game for Greece. And now with 5.5 minutes remaining in the game, Belarus come forward again with Harding. Troina puts up the jumper, no good. Popova with the rebound. And a foul called against Greece. Nikolapoulou. I'll tell you what, if Popova is going to score 18 points against you, you know, there's no question who's winning that game. I mean, I'm just wondering if she's got more games like this in her in the future in this tournament. Because, you know, Belarus have a lot of options to score points, and she's not the first team that comes to mind. Greece with the 14 turnovers, Belarus with the 5. So for her to step up and score like this really does speak volumes about the number of players they've got. Spanu, beautiful cut. Finally something good for Greece. That's really what it's all about for Greece right now. They have got to get back into a rhythm to where they were playing. And Harding turns it over and gives it back to Greece. 71-37. There's the broadcasting crew, you can see. Now back to Nikolapoulou. Papamihail dumps it to Spanu, who goes up with the left hand. She's in great position there, but there's nobody for the rebound for Greece. Remember, Greece, unless they stage a miraculous comeback, and they lose, Hatzinikolaou picks up the foul. Unless they come back and win the game, which I think you would agree is probably unlikely, they are going to need Turkey to beat Italy in that next game. Otherwise, it's going to be a three-way tie between Turkey, Italy, and Greece. 2-2 records for the second and third spots, and Greece very well could end up losing the goal differential tiebreaker and crashing out of the tournament. It would depend on the margin of victory for Italy. So Bujovski, his team has the ball back. Zyuskova. Nikolapoulou pressures Zyuskova. Troina, and Popova goes up and scores with a reverse layup. Popova now with 20 points. She's having the game of her life. And Greece go down. Two players, Papamichail and Nikolapoulou. Foul called on Belarus. Foul is called on Lashenka. 73-37. So another double-double for Lashenka. She checks out of the game. And I'm going to tell you, with Popova, what is her best game? Well, the missed shot, the rebound. I'm gonna have to find it. And playing defense, Greece commit another foul. Another look at that play. So Popova played at last year's FIBA Women's World Championship in Turkey. And Greece get the ball on the turnover. And her highest scoring game came against Cuba, who were good. She had 12 points. Now, she played 19 minutes in that game. Now, Popova today has played almost 21 minutes, and she's got 20 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. She hit 1 3-pointer in last year's World Championship, or at last year's World Championship. And the ball goes out of bounds. Today, Popova has hit 4 3-pointers, so that kind of puts it into perspective just a little bit. And a foul called on Belarus. And as for her tournament, I'm just going to look and see what I could find. There's the bounce pass. Hatzinikolaou. Ball goes out. And now traveling has been called against Belarus. And the jump shot falls for Greece. See Nikolapoulou, her first 2 points. And shot is no good. Back to Troina. And Troina hits the 3-pointer. So they just keep pouring in the threes. That's now 12 of 24 from 3-point range. Popova came into this game averaging 7.7 points per game and 3.7 rebounds.
And she had 9 points in the first game against Italy, 7 in the next 2 against Poland and Turkey. She did shoot the ball well from long range, though. She was 2 of 5. So she's got a 3-point shot that is a factor for Belarus. And Hatzinikau just picks the pocket and passes it back. Nice teamwork. And Fasula gets her first points in a competitive international, I think, here for Greece. And now Hatzinikau gets it back for Greece. And Greece doing a good job of passing the ball around. And what's encouraging about Popova, again, I'm dwelling on this because I think this is an important point in the game, as you see the foul from Hatzinikau. Popova of Belarus she doesn't turn 21 until July 13th. So this is a player who is going to be a big part of this national team program over the next 10 years or so, or has the potential to be a big part of this program. So for her to come out today and get 20 points, you know, that's got to be a big boost for her. Another turnover for Greece. I think we've discovered something here late in this game, is that perhaps Belarus's bench, I'm not sure they go more than 9 deep. Kudrykova, guilty of the turnover, number 5. So Hatzinikau is back at the free throw line. The lead is 31 points, so now it's down to 30. Greece will be hoping that Turkey beat Italy in the next game. She's got 5 points today, 4 rebounds above her tournament averages, but makes the second as well, so it's down to a 29-point deficit for Greece. And they take it away from her again. Kudrykova is having a nightmare, and Hatzinikau goes in with the easy basket. And that's better. She breaks the press that time. Snitsina drives in, scores with the layup. That's the danger if you break the press. And Kudryshova picks up the foul. So as Greece career towards their second straight loss in the tournament, they are going to need some help from Turkey. They will be cheering for Turkey to win their next game against Italy. That shot is good from Nikolopoulou. Second shot is good as well from Nikolopoulou. 55.7 seconds. Kudryshova, surrounded, is able to get it to Snitsina. Boy, Kudryshova, you get the feeling it's like throwing a lamb to the wolves out there. Now, and Fasula drives in and gets another basket. So she's got 4 points. 78-53. And Fasula commits the foul. So that's free throws coming for number 15, Ivashenka. Ivashenka misses the first. Second one is good. Nikolopoulou looks to attack. Now, Kosma drives in, draws the foul. 2 shots coming for Greece. Tell you, France have gotten on top of Montenegro today. France certainly a team in the reckoning for the medals. And the second one is good. And another turnover, this time Greece fast break, and Kristinaki drives in and draws the foul. So she goes to the free throw line. 79-55. And Boyovsky, trying to give his subs some playing time here today, has seen Kudryashova actually picks up the foul. Has seen a huge lead cut. Not wiped out by any stretch of the imagination, but it's a big lead. Croatia won today, their second win. And Kudryashova over to Troina. She hits it with 2.1 seconds to go. 79-82-57. Kosma gets it. Kristinaki puts up a three and gets the backboard, but that's how it finishes. Belarus win it. 82-57. Remember, the lights went out, the power went out late in the second quarter, and the basketball went out for Greece. They just were not the same team after that. Belarus, meanwhile, turned it up a gear and pulled away for a huge victory. 82-57. Belarus remain unbeaten. Greece needs some help. Look at the three-point shooting for Belarus. 13-25, just 2 of 11 for Greece. Belarus dominated on the glass, 40-26. Also 28 assists to 13 for Greece. Greece ended up coming up with 9 steals, but a lot of that was in garbage time there at the end. So Greece will be pulling for Turkey to beat Italy to assure themselves of a spot in the next round. Otherwise, it'll come down to a goal differential tiebreak between Greece, Turkey, and Italy. And Boyovsky gives some instructions to one of his youngsters. We bid you goodbye, but make sure you come back to watch Turkey take on Italy.